5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live to disc from the Pittsboro Roadhouse in Pittsboro, North Carolina, the Music Loft presents the Tokyo Rosenthal program.
You can dance, every dance with the guy who gives you the eye and let him hold you tight. You can smile, every smile for the guy who wants to hold you close beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Well, you know that the music's fine like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun, dance and sing. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can you feel it in your heart? I will never ever let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can you feel it in your heart? I will never ever let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Thanks a lot, and another cordial welcome to the Tokyo Rosenthal program from the Pittsboro Roadhouse right here in Pittsboro, North Carolina. And having a good time tonight, although the weather is changing and getting cold. But let me tell you right now, we have a very special guest as we continue our second week of international flavor on the Tokyo Rosenthal program, all the way from Ireland, County Carlow, Ireland to be specific. We've got Paddy Burke going to be performing here tonight. Old friend of mine, and I'm really, really excited. And as I always say, if sound check is any indication, you're going to love what he's going to do for you tonight. Want to also point out, my management told me to do this. On November 5th, I'm going to be at the Bonefire in Abingdon, Virginia. Then on November 6th, I'm going to be in Weavers in London, Kentucky. Then playing the Graham Fest in Nashville, Tennessee on November 8th. And on the way home, Chick Winslow and I are going to be at the Iron Horse in Hot Springs, North Carolina on November the 9th. One more bit of housekeeping here that we want to tell you about. Sunday, November 16th, right here at the Pittsboro Roadhouse, we've got Idlewild South, the ultimate Allman Brothers tribute band. You all love the Allman Brothers. You remember their songs? Hear them play Ramblin' Man, Midnight Rider, Whipping Post, all your Allman Brother favorites. So if we're within the sound of my voice, get out here November 16th at 4 p.m. See Idlewild South. You won't be disappointed. And I'll be disappointed if you guys don't come over to the Facebook page. You've been coming over in droves, but we can always use more company over there for the Tokyo Rosenthal program page on Facebook, and you get to see all the behind-the-scenes pictures. And I think Dancing Tony took pictures of his trip to Mexico, and he may be posting those things up, and you never know. And Gio's giving me this look like, I know, Gio, you have wedding pictures from last week? I know you went to a wedding.
I did. I went to a wedding, and it was my niece, and she married this great guy who works for the State Department, so I couldn't talk to him at all. But
you couldn't tell him all the secrets about our show, though, either, right? So it was a two-way street. He couldn't talk to you. You couldn't talk to him.
Right. I couldn't talk to him at all. He did talk to me, but not about anything State Department-ish. Incidentally, Dancing Tony has the flu. So
I think. Well, you know, there's a lot to be said for that.
I think he's dancing with the flu.
All right. I've mentioned to you I'm back in the studio producing a new record and trying out the material on y'all as we go along here. And album's called Afterlife. And following along those themes, here's a tune from that upcoming record. It's called You Can Bury My Ashes. Bury my ashes, or take them to Kansas, or a little at each stop I made. Have a few dumps that might hurt the most. Please remember to not be afraid. Find your trust. I'm getting fat, but I'm getting afraid. Can it be I've taken too much? You were. See our faces, clean the stain away. I've got more past than future to cast. Still I'm looking for reasons to grow. Tell the long version, we meet in person. Anxious ears wanting to know. Find your trust. I'm getting fat, but I'm getting afraid. Can it be I've taken too much? Were. See our faces, clean the stain away. Choose what we do, but not what we want to do. I I know this all too well. If there's a heaven, then I'll throw a 7 and bypass the gates of hell. Thanks so much. Thank you. Look for that on the new record. Coming to a CD store or an online service to you next March. Or so they tell me. Having an Irishman in the house tonight, I feel compelled to play this next tune. I had the pleasure of touring Ireland twice within the last 18 months, but then even more of a pleasure of being honored by the mayor of County Clare for writing this next tune. So I dedicate it to my good friend Paddy Burke. And it's called Killaloo. Killaloo, you lost your fiddler. Dr. Bob, he'd anchor in, chatting up all the Clare girls. Now they buried his bow in a tank of gin. Tony, take Ann, take her to the dance now. Shoot your pool and watch your game. See after Jack and mind the horses. It's your lot in life to fan the flame. Anyway, so it ain't what you think. Anyway, so better turn up the heat. Every place needs a Morris. Anyway, so, anyway, so, anyway, so. Oh, Annie girl, it's still your anchor. On outside just 6 weeks a year. The station house stands to remind you of bitter times and bittersweet beers. Anyway, so it's not what you think. Anyway, so better turn up the heat. Every place needs a Morris. Anyway, so, anyway, so, anyway, so. so it ain't what you think. Anyway, so better turn up the heat. Every place needs a Morris. Anyway, so, anyway, so, anyway, so. Killaloo, you lost your fiddler. Thanks so much. Stay with us. Paddy Burke on deck. All right, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Roadhouse on the Tokyo Rosenthal program. And here we are, season number 2. And Gio, that would be show number...
Number nine.
Gio just channeled into the White Album here. Okay, show number 9, season number 2 for the show they said wouldn't last this long. How about that? Okay, and we still have our same sponsor, the Music Loft of Carrboro, North Carolina. And I got to tell you, this is the best music store in the Triangle area, bar none. An amazing collection of new, used, and vintage guitars, mandolins, banjos, keyboards, and drums, and a great selection of gear to keep your instruments running well. Need a lesson? Everybody needs a lesson now and then, right? Okay. Check in with them because the finest pickers around are teachers there. Finally, mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program and they'll give you a free gift. Just walk in off the street and they'll give you a gift. I don't know whether it's, a kazoo or an old refrigerator, but you'll get something when you go in there. Once again, they're located at 116 West Main Street in Carrboro, North Carolina. Google the Music Loft Carrboro for more info. Those of you listening out of the area or out of the country, get in your car, take a plane, start a caravan. But get to the Music Loft. You also might notice, for those of you listening to the show or watching the show, that if you surf around the internet, you'll find that all of these shows are on YouTube, and they're up there courtesy of Jeff Phillips from In Focus Studios. Jeff always brings his own entourage, to these recordings. In Focus Studios specializes in promotional videos for company websites, video depositions, college recruiting videos for high school athletes, too. So go to www.infocusstudios.com or call Jeff at 919-533-9650. I know he's standing by right now, and his favorite calls, though, come on Sundays at about 6 in the morning. He loves when the people call then. So give him a holler then. Tell him Tokyo sent you. In Focus Studios, they always ask if a picture's worth 1,000 words. How much is a moving picture worth? www.infocusstudios.com. We love Jeff, and we love having those videos up on YouTube, too, as well. All right, now, there's a guy that's about to perform for you here that I met about, 9 or 10 years ago, right? We were both living at the time, in Stamford, Connecticut, playing a lot of open mics together, hanging out, drinking a lot of beer. Yeah, which was cool. And I knew then, as I know now, that he was an extraordinary talent and couldn't wait to get him on this show and coerce him into driving down here. As I mentioned earlier, he's from County Carlow. That's kind of like south of Dublin. We'll talk about that more later on in the broadcast, but he's full Irish. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Paddy Burke.
Thank you. I wanted to tell a little story about Tokyo, actually, if you don't mind. He brought me to a boxing match one night. I don't think he knows this, but I realizes this, that we were crossing the street, and what's her name? Sakurati? Amory? Yeah. 3 of us were walking across the street, and I was actually pretty tired this night. I was hungover from the night before. And we're walking across the street, and we're just going to cross over to the boxing club. And I was just about to step out into the traffic. And Tokyo put his hand across like this, and I stopped. But I was just about to walk out into the traffic when this car came at about 80 miles an hour. Zoom! And I was just like, oh, thank God. So that's my little story about Tokyo. Yeah, you saved my life, Tokyo. You know that, right? Okay. All right, cool. All right, that story's nothing to do with the next song. Okay, cool. I want to play it now.
Virginia was a lot lizard from FLA. She had a compound fracture in the trunk. It started when she ran away. Thumbs out on the interstate, she hitched a ride to Misery. Mr. Worley had a catastrophic incident. He fell into the city by the bay. He liquidated his estate. Now he sleeps up on the hay, panhandling Misery. And he's gonna get high when it's low, 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 and the fire burns from better days. And she screams, why, oh, why? I said, I don't know. The catastrophic hymns from yesterday of Misery. Vinny was a hustler out of Amsterdam. He ran the drug cartel in Tinseltown. They found him in his Cadillac, bludgeoned with a baseball bat in the name of misery. Gina hit the road to New York City, mysteriously the night that Vinny croaked. They stopped in Vegas to elope with Virginia and the dope. He kissed the bride eternally, and he's gonna get high when it's low, 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 and the fire burns for better days. And she screams, why, oh, why? I said, I don't know. The catastrophic hymns from yesterday of misery. Hellhounds on your trail now once again, boy. It's groping on your leg until it sleeps. The emptiness will fill your soul with sorrow, because it's not what you make, it's what you leave, yeah. And he's gonna get high when it's low, 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 and the fire burns from better days. And she screams, why, oh, why? I said, I don't know. The catastrophic hymns from yesterday of misery.
Yeah, that's Misery. This song by Green Day. I just thought I'd ease my way in with a little cover. Thanks. Next song is first song I wrote in America 11 years ago. I came over with $1,600 in my pocket, and I bought a lemon of a van that never started. I was late for work every morning. It made my life really hard for 6 months, and that frustration came out in this song. All right, I'm gonna play it now. Packed my dreams in my suitcase. I was ready to go the streets of gold, yeah. It's what I'm told, no cure, no remedy. I gone off the wall, arrived at Kennedy. No clue at all, taken in by a stranger, a legend in his prime. You wanna make a change, yeah. You gotta give it time. He seems like a nutcase. I think we'll get along. As I opened up my suitcase, discovered my dreams are gone. 3,000 miles I've flown. Somehow it feels like I'm still at home.
Same old faces still knocking at my door. Same old places, but I've never been here before. Old habits die hard, I guess. Yes, it's spring and the emptiness. I'm feeling the strain, yeah, from playing this game. I was ends up the same. I'm going insane, trying to cross that busy road in life, try to catch my break, yeah. Miss the stride, stay positive, be strong. Is there anything else can go wrong? It's a relentless struggle just to get ahead. And maybe if I spent less time in bed, that ain't easy when your dreams are dead. 3,000 miles I've flown, somehow it feels like still at home. Same old faces still knocking at my door. Same old places, but I've never been here before. Old habits die hard, I guess. Yes, it's spring and the emptiness. Miles I've flown, somehow it feels like I'm still at home. Same old faces still knocking at my door. Same old places, but I've never been here before. Old habits die hard, I guess. Yes, it's spring and the emptiness.
Thank you.
Paddy Burke, y'all. It is so good to have you down here,
Nice
man.
to be here, man.
I guess the GPS works.
It does, for sure.
Man, a lot of people don't know also that right now, Paddy's in the midst of negotiating with the same record label that I'm on, Rock and Sock Records. So it would be very nice to have you as a stablemate, as they say in boxing. Boxing
why
terms,
not?
you would be a stablemate.
Yeah, why not?
Or horses.
Yeah.
But
I was talking about horse.
and he's trying to GOC and telling you to get closer to the mic here.
Oh, okay. I'm
while,
sorry.
while we're talking.
I'm not used to radio
He speaks
stations.
He speaks lower than he sings, you know. So let me see. Big things that have changed since last we had a chance to hang out is you got married.
Yes.
You didn't show up by yourself. You brought the lovely Ashley
The
along.
lovely wife Ashley, yeah.
Ashley, raise your
Yeah,
hands.
I'll bring her
Everybody in the
everywhere with me
audience
now.
can see you. So, how has that affected your writing? You better think about this answer now. This answer better be good.
You know what? Probably 2 or 3 of these songs have been influenced by the marriage a little bit, yeah.
All right, Ashley's nodding her head. Okay, so they were decent songs. I partake here. You've done all of your performing in the States.
Yeah.
You haven't. This is the odd part. You haven't performed in Ireland.
That's right, that's correct, yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I came over here. I wanted to give it a shot, give it a go, you know.
And so, what are the plans, if any, for playing back home? And will you take me back there with you? I mean,
Absolutely.
I love touring.
I'd
there,
love to have
know.
you with me, man.
Yeah. But are there plans?
Yes,
So
soon.
You're going to share them with me?
So, yeah, as soon as I got the album, I'm going to take care of that.
So, you put together the stuff, and you and I were talking about this earlier. At the moment, when you go out and you play gigs, you do a little mini touring. This is your first time down here in North Carolina playing some shows too. You play solo,
Yeah.
and we talked about the difficulty of being always the only guy on stage, but yet you're apprehensive about bringing like a lead guitar player along, because.
Because, well, unless I've had time to rehearse a lot with that person or whatever, to get the songs, nice. Then I'm happy with someone playing with me, but sometimes it doesn't work out when the person comes up and plays with you.
Well,
I think most people that play know this.
In our old open mic days when we were both a lot younger, I would watch you get annoyed at some lead guitar players who you would have, let's sit in.
Yeah, that wasn't everybody. That was it's just one or two.
Well, I didn't remember that story about saving your life.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember going
that's
to the-
absolutely true.
I remember going to the fights that night, but well, you weren't used
I
to.
thought it was just a simple thing. You didn't really notice that you did it.
Well, we were in the Bronx, that was a tough area.
But the car came so fast. I was like,
You remember
I almost died.
I got a ticket that night too. Remember on the way home?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I got a ticket. Yeah, so maybe we shouldn't be going to the Bronx together anymore. So, also the possibility, we talked about this, and it's sounding good so far, that you're going to put out a little live EP, live from the Tokyo
Yeah.
Rosenthal program.
Yeah. Well, I have enough songs for that.
There's a lot of
Finished.
that. There's a lot of that going on. This series is a breeding ground for live albums on YouTube and whatever. So anyway, man, it's dynamite to see you here. And
Dynamite to be here.
and what we're going to do is we're going to take a little commercial break, sell a few things. You come back and play a few more songs for us?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, Paddy Burke.
Thank you.
All right. Back here at the Pittsburgh Roadhouse again on the Tokyo Rosenthal program. Welcome one more time, Paddy Burke.
All right. The next song is I kind of got serious with my wife around Halloween, and that's this song is about giving up man-childish things and willingly, and I'm falling for somebody. Good enough, yeah? All right, it's called Curveball. Thanks.
Ooh, you threw me a curveball. You got me in quite a spin. I tried to ignore it. It's a battle I'm not gonna win. I give away any porno. The bathrooms never look so clean. I'm just getting to know you, but I know I got a good feeling. Hey, I am falling, free falling from the sky. I'm falling deep into your heart. Ooh, you threw me a curveball. I'm feeling the heat from its spin. Everyone's adoring. It's a battle they're not gonna win. I give you all of my numbers, all traces of where I've been. I just want to know you like you know what I mean. Hey, I am falling, free falling from the sky. I'm falling deep into your heart, to your heart, to your heart, to your heart. A flickering light, a Halloween night was there. I caught your stare. Was a powerful sight with those mystical eyes. I thought so rare. She gave me a vibe many words could describe, but I just thought how real. I looked in her eyes, man, I tell you no lies. And missing, she made me feel. You threw me a curveball. You got me in quite a spin. I just want to love you like you know what I mean. Hey, I am falling, free falling from the sky. I'm falling deep into your heart, to your heart, to your heart, to your heart.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that's my icky love song out of the way. Next one is if you ever woke up with a bad hangover and you didn't feel too good about the night before. Lots of flashbacks.
They're coming back to me strong. My head is whacked, everything is wrong. I fight it back, these feelings don't belong. Full on attack of my hard wiring gone wrong. Feel like an animal, does an animal know sin? And even if he does, would he give in? Primeval desire, such a constant need, a burning fire, wherever I need to feel. I've been down, taking many beatings, there's no doubt. You've been giving reason, I've been out, walking with the demons. I've been out, acting like a heathen. I've been out, walking with the demons. I've been out, acting like a heathen. There's a man on his horse with this raging stare, alluring look from a girl in underwear, a message on a bottle that says I got to beware, a message of truth, but the devil may care. Feel like an animal, but animals have will, a will to love, but a will to kill that fire. I'll probably bleed, angel up higher. Please lead me to peace. I've been down, taking many beatings, there's no doubt. You've been giving reason, I've been out, walking with the demons. I've been out, acting like a heathen. I've been down, taking many beatings. Good God, you know you're giving reason. I've been out, walking with the demons. I've been out, acting like a heathen.
Thank you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right, that's Walking with the Demons. I have another song. It's kind of personal. It's about my childhood and stuff. It's kind of a dramatized thing. And it's about my family and stuff. It's kind of self-explanatory, actually. So, yeah, good call, Tokyo. All right. This one is called Recession. About life becoming like coming full circle. And realizing that you're just a chip off the old block. All right, it's called Recession. Born into recession,
Two siblings, me ma and dad. Me dad would take us fishing. Me sister stayed with ma. Soon as days we're wishing, wishing upon a star. 'Cause me dad, he was missing. He was down at the bar. And me ma's in the kitchen, her happiness afar. Hush, little sister, don't you cry. Everything is gonna be alright. Hush, little sister, don't you cry. Tomorrow's the future and it's looking bright. Can you fill me up with, 'cause I'm fond of peace, I need love. Can you fill me up with, 'cause I'm fond of peace, I need love. After a bad adolescence, I was kicked out of school. They said he's a social misfit and he doesn't like the rules. Well, you couldn't teach direction and you called me a fool. You named the chain this misfit, but I learned to use the tools. I learned the love of learning. See, Paddy was no fool. Hush now, ma, don't you cry. I promise I'll make everything alright. Hush now, ma, don't you cry. Tomorrow's the future and it's looking bright. First love became no love, and beauty was no more. Friends became no friends, and the law was at my door. I had issues with freaking issues. Me poor heart, it was tore. To my family, I'm sorry. Can't take anymore. No, life's no fairy tale, but someday it's gonna be daylight. Tomorrow you'll be on that flight. That's the future, it's looking bright. Fill me up with, 'cause I'm fond of peace, I need love. Can you fill me up with, 'cause I'm fond of peace, I need love. First I had ambition. I would travel and be a rock star. Put myself in a position I could never go too far. Now we're back in recession and I'm drinking at the bar. But I had a realization when I was thinking about me dad. The time he was missing, his happiness was afar.
Paddy Burke, y'all. That's why I always hated to follow you at the open mics when we were kids. Never wanted to go on after him. He always had the cool accent too, you know. Everybody liked the way he
It helps,
sounded. You know, I didn't have the accent.
helps.
But well, I had an accent, but it was a New York accent, so nobody cared about that. So now you know that you're a fan of the show. I know you've listened to every episode of the Tokyo Rosenthal program, watched every video, so you know what comes next. Is that we're going to do a duet. You're going to do one with me?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to sell a few things. We're going to come back, and two of us are going to see if we can do a train wreck together here. So hang around. More music to come from Tokyo Rosenthal and Paddy Burke. Thank you very much, and welcome back one more time to the Tokyo Rosenthal program at the Pittsburgh Roadhouse. And got to remind you, November 5th, I'm going to be at the Bonefire in Abington, Virginia. November 6th, Weaver's in London, Kentucky. November 8th at the Graham Parsons Festival in Nashville, Tennessee. And on the way home, I'll be at the Iron Horse in Hot Springs on November 9th. And I'll be accompanied by the great Jick Winslow. You all know him from Milagro Saints. And so we're going to be out there having a good time. But don't forget, Sunday, November 16th, 4 o'clock, Idlewild South, right here in this room. On the same stage we're standing on, going to be doing. They're the best Allman Brothers tribute band around. If you like the Allman Brothers, then you want to hear them play Ramblin' Man, Midnight Rider, Whippin' Post, all your Allman favorites. So come on out here and see Idlewild South. All right. So we were talking about what song to duet on. That's always a big issue for these things every week. And I was telling you the story. When I went on tour of Ireland the first time, one of my fans on Facebook wrote, "Oh, you got to play a whiskey jar, and whiskey in the jar." And I didn't know the song. And I looked it up, and the first version I came across was like the Chieftains doing it. Then I finally tripped over Thin Lizzy doing it. And what you told me, just tell the audience a little bit. Everybody thinks Thin Lizzy is just about, you know, the boys are back in town, but they were like a major
No,
thing.
they were amazing. Yeah, they did a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
And Phil,
Phil, yeah, he was an amazing singer, songwriter,
so it was,
and definitely an idol for sure.
yeah. So, and they were right on the money, so I added the song to my repertoire, playing it solo, which was a little hard, but it did it nevertheless. And everybody seemed to know it and dig it, and then it was a kind of a cool thing to do it. So now, we're about to make everybody forget the Thin Lizzy version, forget the Chieftains version, and maybe hate the song altogether, because you never know what happens in these train wrecks. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I was going over Kerry Mountains, I saw Captain Farrow and his money he was counting. I produced my pistol, then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver, oh, the devil, he may take you. Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack for my daddy-o. Whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Took all of his money, was a pretty penny. Took all of his money, and I brought it home to Molly. She swore that she loved me, never would she leave me. The devil take that woman, for you know she tricked me easy. Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack for my daddy-o. Whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o. drunk and weary, went to my Molly's chamber, taking my money with me. Oh, but I never knew the danger. About 6, maybe 7, in walks Captain Farrell. Hooked up got my pistol, and I shot him with both barrels. Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Now some men like their fishing, some men like their filing, some men like to hear the cannonball roaring. Me, I like my sleeping in my Molly's chambers. But here I am in prison, here I am with the ball and chain, yeah. Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da.
Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da.
Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight and coming out here. Especially want to thank my buddy here, Paddy Burke, for coming all the way out here to North Carolina to perform for y'all. Want to thank the Pittsboro Roadhouse, Greg and Nora Jolly Molly, and our sound man and producer, Gio DeSocio, our videographer, Jeff Phillips, Anthony Wellman over at WCHL, and the Music Loft in Carborough. Good night, Carrie. I'm coming home.
Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da.
Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar-o.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Dublin.